Walking away from an abusive conversation doesn't always have to end in disaster. Today, let's begin to look at those disastrous conversations differently. Instead of ruminating those shoulda, woulda, coulda thoughts, let's just begin making you your focus. Let's face it, you know there will be a next time with the narcissist. There always is. A next situation, a next conversation. And these conversations are always rinse and repeat with these guys and gals, aren't they? Oh, it's annoying. So in this video, I just want you to be ready. Be ready for next time. Instead of giving up your emotional control a second time through those ruminating thoughts that convince you that you are to blame, it's important to learn from these types of conversations by admitting your mistake, by seeing where you truthfully went wrong. You engaged the narcissist, unfortunately. But engaging the narcissist cannot be avoided. So how you engage with them, that is what makes all the difference. We often emotionally meet the narcissist at the level that they are at. Now, when we do this, our emotions then become controllable by them because we give up our ownership within that level of engagement, because we naturally assume that the narcissist will be responsible with our emotions. But they're not. They are not emotionally responsible people, and you cannot engage effectively emotionally with the narcissist, because there is no responsive equality. Understand where your emotional level is, because you, my dear, you're high quality. You may not think this, and you may not yet know this, but the narcissist knows this. They know exactly who you are, and they are looking for your people types. They are looking for people who do not yet know who they are. Now, you may spiritually understand that you are a child of God, but do you know this enough to live like you are? Now, the narcissist is like a snake, as that is what they are, and they seek out the spiritual weak with their forked tongue. So it's time to start thinking of yourself as how the narcissist sees you. You're not high maintenance, you're high quality. There is a difference. You are worthy and you are benevolent. You are compassionate, as you are everything that the narcissist is not. So you do not need to stoop down emotionally to their level, as you do not stoop down your emotional well-being to meet an adult at the level that makes them comfortable. You are not here on God's green earth to be liked by everyone. The only time you emotionally stoop down to meet someone on their emotional level is with an infant or a child. And even though you emotionally stoop down to meet these people where they are at, you still maintain your emotional maturity, as that is your boundary line that separates you, the adult, from them, the child. You are up here emotionally, and the narcissist is down here emotionally. And in healthy relationships and in healthy conversations, you both level up or even yourselves out to create a balance within the communication that actually bridges the gap of understanding to have a meeting of the minds. Wow! The narcissist doesn't want to understand you, and they just want to be right, as they want to be right in the conversation. And the reason why they want to be right and have to be right is because they have to be right about you. You don't naturally judge someone in a normal conversation, so you really can't see the narcissist doing this. You're not a snake. You can't see what you can't see, and you can't sense what you can't sense. So let your emotional maturity be your guide. If the narcissist cannot level up and meet you in emotional maturity, just even a little bit, it's then time to make an end of the conversation before it gets twisted and turned upside down and sideways to be turned all around onto you. Just shut it down. See where the conversation is going before the narcissist heads you both in that direction that you don't want to be, because it's going to land right in your face. What you got to do is just tell yourself, hey, I'm not going to become emotionally unglued for you. It's a waste of my energy because I don't have to defend myself to you. Just give yourself a reminder. Did Jesus defend himself before his enemies? Oh, no. You're not looking to be accepted by the enemy's seed. Ooh. We naturally defend ourselves in conversation to convince others of our likable qualities in order to convince them that we have something valid to offer, either the conversation or the relationship. And if that person likes what they hear from us, they then will come back, as this establishes a rapport, an acquaintance, and it establishes trust. And when this behavior from the other person is repeated, it sends a message to us that we are liked and valued by them. What ends up happening in a toxic conversation is we end up defending ourselves to the narcissist, because the narcissist uses our conversations and our intellect and know-how and our knowledge and wisdom, along with our emotions, to judge us. And they do this because they automatically feel judged, as they prejudge themselves that we have prejudged them. All it is saying is that they believe that they are inferior, and they are. But regardless how the narcissist feels, that's not your responsibility. It's not your job to make the narcissist feel better about themselves by sacrificing your self-worth and value. Everyone, according to the Bible, has the same rules to live by. The narcissist made the choice long ago to forsake God's mercy and compassion. That's on them, not on you. So save your emotional power for when it really matters. The only time we really become emotionally unglued is to defend the emotional defenseless who are emotionally immature and their age matches their emotional immaturity. We defend the weak, the infants, the children, the elderly, the traumatized, so that they can see what emotional empowerment looks like for themselves. And they in turn gain some courage and learn how to stand emotionally against those emotionally disempowering bullies when they are ready. You're here to make a difference, my friend, by setting an example. You are not here to be made an example of. Now, go make your day great. Mwah.